All right, g'day, hi and welcome. Okay, so my last video, I made a video about what would Jesus do, right? So I'll see how that one hits. I'm sure there'll be a lot to say on it. I think mostly positive. Guys, I really, okay, you guys, anybody that's followed me for years, you've think of all those crazy topics that I keep getting into, right? And I understand, like YouTube, you have a very limited window of topics that you can touch. The really heavy topics I usually go to my BitChute. Now that my season's kind of slowing down, I thought I was going to be working today and yesterday, but just like that, bang, I'm out of work, right? But next week I got a bit of work. So I got a little bit of work till the end of the month, and after that I've got God knows what's going to happen, right? At that point it's just sit out the winter. But it gives me time to come up with new topics and stuff like that. The driving blogs and all that are fun, right? But they don't really entertain people. They don't really. They're just more me day in the life of, and it's just so you have something to watch, Because my channel's always been geared towards deep thought stuff. Whether you agree with me, disagree with me, or agree to disagree, I've never censored my comments. I still don't. Doesn't mean YouTube won't. So if you ever comment, you don't see, and I've tried to turn off don't let the algorithms judge which comments you can see. You know what I mean? Because I allow everything, good, bad. I don't care how vile it is. But the thing too is also some comments can ban your channel. So it's like, okay, it's not me, it's the person in my comments, and you can get banned for. It's it's such a waste of a platform. You know what I mean? Where you can't speak freely. You can't go to the. You can go maybe 85% of a topic, but you can't go to 100%, right? So, there's a lot of topics I just can't touch on here, and nor will I. But I can talk about things that, people are dealing with. And one of the things is, right now with the bad economy, pick a country, any country, conflict everywhere. A lot of countries, a lot of countries. And it runs you into this, kind of, oh my God, the sign is nigh, what do I do mode, right? And maybe because I'm not saying I'm desensitized to all this, lunacy, madness and stupidity. Maybe I am, I don't know. But it's just it seems like I see people freaking out about this and freaking out about that. And it's hyperbolics all the time, right? And I'm just I know we humans like a good scare. I know we humans like to be entertained. And I know we humans like the idea of, being, in that Hollywood kind of post-apocalyptic kind of world where it's, okay, yeah, you're going to be this scavenger out on the Badlands, but, you get to come home and turn on TV and play video games when you get bored of it. But the thing is what's happening is people are getting into this post-apocalyptic world, but there's no turning it off. They're becoming homeless, they're becoming drug addicts and everything like that. Now the homeless, you may or may not be able to control that one. There's reno-evictions going on, where landlords take somebody, they put them up in a motel or something like that for a couple of months to renovate the building, and then when they move back, they jack up the rent 150 times, kind of like ridiculous stuff, 4, 5, 6 times to do the rent-eviction, and then say, oh no, we didn't evict you, just the rent went up from $500 a month to $2,500 a month or something like that. Way beyond most people's incomes. And the average medium income is not the average income. That's a handful of people. The way they judge the incomes is it's across the board. So if you have a couple of million people in a country or whatever it is, and they take the average, okay, it looks like everybody's making 50 grand a year, but really it's only maybe 10% of the country that makes, they're making like say 250,000 a year or whatever it is, and then when you divide it amongst everybody, it looks like 50 grand, but the average person is only making maybe 15 grand or maybe 20. So the reality is more people are working class poor. So it's not a balanced. The average medium income is, like in Canada, I think it's something like 50 or 40 or 50 grand, whatever a year. I know few people that make that much money a year. I don't make that. I've never made that much money in a year. And it's the just work harder, bro, or just get a job that pays better. The people that say stuff like that, it's like, okay, you're obviously saying it from a point of view of privilege because it doesn't work like, yeah, sure, if you're going to say, Reg, just go out and get $100,000 a year job, you'll be fine. Okay, fine. Well, what jobs am I qualified to do that are $100,000 a year? What jobs are available that are $100,000 a year? Then you start to see, hey, that's pretty slim pickings, no matter what your qualification is. I know many overqualified people doing very, very low-skilled work. You know what I mean? Low-skilled work is always there. That's, at least there's that. You know what I mean? But it has a very limited ability to grow. You know what I mean? Like you get if you do get a raise, it's like 5 cents to 25 cents a year. It takes you forever to build any sort of wealth. Retail's like that. So you can see how people can get overwhelmed really quickly by the financial system, which, devaluing our currency through printing is not helping, right? So the thing is people are getting overwhelmed, is the point of the video, is people are getting so overwhelmed, they don't know what to do. And the normie types that can never see anything coming, and they're always just react, you can't do much about that. Like, you can't really help those people. You can explain to them everything you're seeing is on purpose, and explain it to them like they're two, and they still won't get it. They still won't believe you. They will still have the cognitive dissonance. We've seen many examples of this in the past couple of years of no matter how much science or proof you show, even openly admitted from the very source, and people still go along with it. And it just defies any sort of logic. Because there's emotion involved in it. It's scary to acknowledge you're being eaten by the lions. You know what I mean? Like, it's very scary to acknowledge that. You know what I mean? It's easier just to pretend it's not happening. Kind of like the housewife that catches her husband cheating with the maid. The whole city block knows about it. Everybody in the neighborhood knows about it, but she pretends it's not going on, right? Even though she knows. That's cognitive dissonance. An example of it. So deep down, they know. They know that this isn't going to work out very well. The idea is just to kind of la 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 till they can't do that anymore, right? And the thing is that they don't win doing this. So if you do, then you got the other side that they know something's coming. And they know it's going to be really bad. And you can pick the economy, you can pick this, you can pick that, the politics, you can pick conflict, you can pick all these things, and it's going to be really, really bad. And they just sit there and obsess about it, right? And that doesn't help you either, because they usually just go start right to the bottle. Like, okay, well, if things are bad, I have to, if I lose my job, I have to go get drunk. Well, getting drunk is expensive. You know what I mean? Getting drugs, maybe don't do that. What would Jesus do? You know what I mean? So for me, I'm like, okay, well, you need to learn to live around the chaos, right? When something falls apart, have a backup plan. Even if it's not a foolproof plan, just have some sort of a plan. Don't panic. Have a plan. And I don't care what the plan is. Just, have something that, okay, if you lose your job, if you're going to lose your dwelling or whatever, have a backup plan. Think about it months in advance. Even if you're sitting, tickety-boo, you should have a backup plan. And start working on that. because that will help you if something goes awry.